Welcome to part 2 of the Gond religion. Now, before we go on, I want to give a brief overview what it is. Gond religion is a form of animism where they believe in many spirits or gods that dwell in everything in nature. They also venerate their ancestors. To those gods, spirits, or ancestors, they offer food, both grain and animal products, animal sacrifices. To be exact, the pantheon of the Gonds or the tribals in general varies from region to region, but there are some common religious figures. In the previous video, we did Badadev. Today, we shall focus on Dulhadev and Gansamdev. Dulhadev is the bridegroom god of the Gonds, and also the deity of the hearth and the householder's god. He is represented as a stone or a man on a horse or as an axe. But in my opinion, the axe representation might be a identification with another tribal god figure called Parsipen, worshipped by those in different tribes. Now, Dulhadeo is actually worshipped all over the Vindhya regions by various tribes and shares a similar importance as Baradeo and Narayandeo, who we'll get to in a different video. Now you'll notice I don't have pictures of Dulhadeo. None exist on the internet that are ready for me to use. In regards to the deity's origins, there are two. The first is a Gond bridegroom was killed by a tiger on his way to his bride's place for marriage, and his spirit became deified. Another legend says he was struck by lightning and lives among the stars, where he became the god of the household and marriage. Now, during marriages, Dulhadeo is offered a goat, and during the end of the Palguna month, he is offered flowers. Dulhadeo is worshipped in a different festivity as well. This one takes place a month before Holi in the month of Push for 15 days. The head of a family goes to the Saj tree, yes, that Saj tree, and offers a fruit or an animal, which is usually a sheep or a fowl. The fruit is cut in half or the animal is killed. In addition, some liquor is also offered. The whole food is cooked and eaten by the priests, pardans, and others. In other places, there's a tradition where the bride and groom after marriage offer Dulhadeo a pair of shoes before entering into the groom's village. Now there's more to Dulhadeo. From Bhopal, descending into the Narmada Valley over the Vindhyas, there are two structures, sandstone spires that you can see. And according to the local legend, an eager groom came with his uncle to go to his bride, and out of excitement, the groom hopped on top of the uncle to see his bride. The bride, who was also impatient, and the groom end up seeing each other, and then lightning strikes, turning everyone into stone, and the uncle and boy became the taller of the two spires. This legend highlights the importance of why the groom and bride must not see each other during the wedding, unlike the Hindu customs. The next god is Gansamdeo. He is a popular village god, but of the ominous type, akin to the village goddesses. He is worshipped at the northern parts of the central Indian region, and Gansamdeo is represented by either a stone on the outside of a village or alternatively with a platform and pole. In the central provinces, a red or yellow flag on a bamboo is placed in a corner and a withered garland or two is hung, and a few blocks of rough stone, some with some vermilion, is laced, representing the deity. I think the flag worship might be due to Hindu influences. The Gonds actually look to Gansamdeo for protection from the tigers. You can see how placing Gansamdeo on the outskirts of a village symbolizes him protecting tigers from entering the village from the forest. Gansamdeo is offered special worship when the people's livestock is killed by a tiger as well. Now, apart from his relation to the tiger, Gansamdeo is worshipped regularly, but there is an official worship conducted to him during the autumnal festival, during which the Baiga, which is a tribe in central India, known for having a priestly sort of function, offer him a fowl. Regularly, though, a pot of water and carvings of horses and elephants are offered. Moving on, there are other names for Gansamdeo. These include Raja Lakhan, Ram, or Krishna, or even Ghanashyama. The latter appears to be a Sanskritization of Gansam. Ghanashyama is an epithet for Krishna, and I'm thinking these Vaishnavite names may be due to Hindu influences. As for Gansamdeo's origin story, I'm going to refer to a Mirzapur legend, the most original origin story I could find. Here, Gansamdeo, or Raja Lakhan, was a Gond chief devoured by a tiger immediately after being married, kind of like Dulhadeo. However, the man came back as a spirit to consummate the marriage with his still living wife, and this relation continued afterwards. And the descendants of this supernatural union live in Amoda. Now, as mentioned, Dulha and Gansam have a similar origin story, but the former is more popular. However, the latter, from this origin story, explains why Gansam is invoked for protection against the tiger. Usually, I would talk about Hindu influences. However, the only thing I can find is a temple built during the Chandela period called Dulha Temple, but I don't know its connection to Dulha, though I do have to say it is a Shaivite temple, just like that of the temple of Boram Deo. As for Gansam Deo, there is not much other than he is Sanskritized as Ghanashyama. And that concludes the video for now. I'll make other videos on the Goan religion in the future.